Hey, it's your boy, Poppy, Big Poppy, unsecured from the skiff, located underground in a bunker, hidden, waiting on the apocalypse. No, I'm not. Hey, back again, candid conversation, sports, politics, world events, of military, you name it, we're going to do it. I know I hit up my first video this morning before I had to go outside, do a little yard work. After I finish this one, I'll go do a little bit more yard work, and then I'll come back in and we'll probably close out today with a third video because I took a, excuse me, I took a little time last week and was busy with some other things. So loss in identity was earlier today. I'm going to hit up the back end of that later. But now let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. And it's really about you and me. Okay? Me and you and me, no first, no second, together in harmony, little ebony and ivory, right? I am disappointed, guys. I am utterly disappointed. And it's a plethora of reasons. It's not solely what you see happening in Ukraine. It's not solely with what you see happening even here in our own country, on our own streets. Women and children dying, men dying, schools being shot up, mosques, cathedrals, you name it. We're hunting our own. And it's amazing. It's literally amazing, and amazing not in a good way. We are so much better than this. And whether you're white, black, brown, pick a color, green, purple. If I stick a knife in your heart, you're gonna die the same way I would die if you stuck one in mine. There's no difference. And the fact that we've forgotten to be honorable, have a little humility, be kind to others, help out when you can, lend a dollar when you can. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing to me. And I know people will disagree with what I'm going to say, but I don't believe our nation or our world was as bad as it is, excuse me, today. And the fact that really all of this started to manifest itself 2015, 2016. This isn't a Republican speech. It's not a Democratic speech. It's not inherently about politics. But we as a nation let Pandora out of the box. You see, we had an idea of how an entity like a president, a senator, a House representative, a governor, a mayor, we had this idea of how we expected that type of person or that group of people to act on behalf of the American people. And now, I'm not sure we know how to act at all any longer. And you know, I don't solely want to use Trump as an example and him being president, but at what point in time would you ever take a 22-year-old college graduate with a finance degree who has no public speaking, no knowledge of government, or no knowledge of business, and put them in charge of a $200 billion industry? You wouldn't do it. You wouldn't take an airman who graduates basic training out of the Air Force, load them up into, a Cessna plane and fly them up to D.C. to be the Secretary of the Air Force, right? None of those things would happen. You wouldn't let a 20-year-old who's never handled snakes to become in charge of your herpetology wing at a zoo. You just wouldn't do it. And it's confusing. Like, I'm almost amazed at myself. Why would I expect anything less? And then you add to it all of these studies that are out there that clearly articulate and define that people under a given group will ultimately behave and act like their leader at some point in time. That's what we have in America. And now we all believe, like think about this. To me, look, I understand the who, what, when, where, and whys. But these First Amendment audits have to be the most asinine thing I've ever seen in my life. If we believe as a human that cops, sheriffs, government officials, congressmen, congresswomen, I mean, to presume that they don't have faults, that they probably violate the law at certain times, that this doesn't happen and I have to now go film you doing it to prove that it happens. Dude, come on, man. Come on. That's ridiculous. First Amendment audits are the biggest waste of time. I'm going to go ensure that the USPS knows the laws as it relates to filming within that building. Or I'm going to stand on a public sidewalk and video police cars so that the police will come out and address me so I can prove that they don't know the laws. I mean, really? If I'm not sure I would have been a success in anything had I been filmed every day. And if you say otherwise, you're probably lying. You learn every day. You grow every day. But we don't have to do this by treating people the way that we're treating people. Irrelevant to their position. I mean, cops have probably been planting drugs on people for years. It didn't start this year. So film your stops, whatever, you're constitutionally protected. I got it. But this is the society we become. That we go back and forth about what's right and what's wrong, and we forgot how to be humans. We are becoming the very essence of what you see in all of the other countries with which we decided we didn't want to be a part of, and we want to be the greatest democracy in the world. And it's built on those freedoms, but we got to do better. I'm disappointed. I am. I'm very, very, very disappointed. And if at the very worst, this churns up conversation, then that's okay. That's okay. I don't take anything personally. I know where my allegiance lies. It's with my family, their safety and security, and me being the best husband, father, grandfather I can be. Trying to be humble, trying to be helpful. And I'll take some backlash for this, and that's okay. That's okay. But what I'm hoping it does is by having the conversation, we can move forth as a nation and stop attacking each other for what? For what? Like, why? Why are we willing to do harm to our neighbors? Why are we willing to overlook humanity? Why are we willing to forget that our time here on earth is really, really very short? And we've all been blessed with an opportunity to make a change for the better. That's what I'm trying to do through all of this. And at times it might sound like I'm condemning a person, an entity, or whatever. I'm just pointing out the obvious. And then we can have the conversations and try to get collectively better and then move our country. How about our communities, our cities, our counties, our states, our nation forward through having these difficult conversations? And they don't have to be snotty. They don't have to be spiteful and vindictive. They don't have to be derogatory. They just need to occur. But it starts by you appreciating me and me appreciating you. And I do. I appreciate all of you. But my friends, we have to do better. And it starts with me and it starts with you. All right? So later on, I'll hit you up with my third video, chasing down that loss in identity. Please think about it. All right? It's your boy Poppy. More yard work. And I love you guys. Peace out.